Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 99. We're only one episode away from the grand plan reveal. Ooh, exciting. We're currently playing as Kaiser Wilhelm III of the Holy Roman Empire, and he is the son of Kaiser Wilhelm II, who himself was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm I. We skipped a generation in there. And so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original character. We're currently involved in 3 wars, of which we care about all of them. So we're attacking the King of Suemi for the county of Kemi, right there. We've practically won that already. No big deal. We're attacking the Doge of Amalfi, who should be much peace, many gives up, wow. And that's just a normal embargo war to get rid of these 2 places, this place and these 2 here. No big deal. But we're not going for those straight up because we've got an easy way to get to his land, unlike when we normally attack Venice, because he's on the same landmass as we are. And we're attacking Benoit of the Burgundian revolt for the Duchy of Savoy, which is this. We'll only be getting Valais, because Savoy itself, the county, is owned by the former King of Italy. But what we've been doing here, and this is the war we've been concentrating on quite a lot, because this Burgundian civil war has gone on for 26 years. Benoit was almost in a position to, win it. He actually was. He had 100% war score. He could have declared victory. And that would have annulled our war. Until we came down here and fucked it up for him. So we're going to continue just fucking it up. Let's get that speed up to the appropriate level. We're going to come up here, take back all of these places. And then we're going to go and beat up his mercenary army. Got a new Grand Mayor of Pisa. The other bloke died and his entire house became extinct. And the new one actually kind of likes us a little bit, which is unusual for a Venetian. I mean, not a Venetian, a Pisan. Either way. And while we do this, we are about 3 years away from the 10-year, can't change succession law thing. So, when it gets to that time, which will probably be next episode, that's actually going to be very interesting because, we'll have our grand plan announced at the same time when we try and institute sweeping reforms. Okay, so we've completely fucked over his war. He's only 7% now. And we're going to march up here and defeat him. I don't care about these Burgundian troops. We apparently lost the siege of Capua. Ah, right. I wasn't paying attention down here, that's my bad. We lost it because we came up here to Aprutium to try and defeat these guys, but they must have walked around us. So now I'm going to walk straight at them. Zoom out a bit so we can see everything. I don't have to check on our siege up in Kemi, it's absolutely fine. You Duke of Burgundy, he likes us, that's good. Little battle there, nice and easy to take care of for us. We're going to catch the mercenaries' army up in Burgundy, we have caught them. Pretty good mercenary, I've got to say. He's the leader of the Irish band. What, you two? Nah, we'll just leave them there, I don't care too much. By defeating this army, we should be able to press our claim on the Burgundian revolt, and yes, we can. So we're still leaving him a little bit of troop, like, 800 guys. And now we technically have a reason for war here. It's a de jure claim on Savoy, but we have a truce with that guy, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to send our guys up here and probably attack Aquitaine, which I know they're our allies. And actually allies with Byzantine as well, who shouldn't join in with them though. Good. We captured this guy, an Estonian Catholic. He is ransomable, alright. No worries there. This is interesting. And if you can hear that, that's the return of the band saw. I swear to God. Okay, there we go, it's turning off. For now. This guy is Catholic, but he's a Varangian. Now, the Varangians, they're a Norse mercenary company unique to the Byzantine Empire. When you get the Varangian trait, it's because you were a member of them. Like they sent their sons and that sort of stuff to go and be this member of this elite retinue of the Byzantine Emperor. And, you know, they'd eventually come back because you don't spend all your life there unless you died in service. And they have a really nice modifier. I believe it was diplomacy and martial. And people respect you for it. Really good. Another really good Norse thing. And we're going to enforce demands there. Get that place. Wonderful. Alright, so that's pretty nice, isn't it? And yet again, more bandsaw. Really? Like, is this seriously something that needs to be happening right now? And yeah, so we've reduced the King of Swemi to a single shitty barony holding. So, Norway. We apparently have a claim on Hedmark here for the Count of Varmland. I'd be up for that. You guys down to here. Let's just check on Norway's men, because Ruthenia surprised us the other day. Norway, where are you? Well, Aquitaine can't really surprise us, that's good. Norway and Ruthenia only have about 8,000 now, so that's good. It's because we utterly demolished the Ruthenian army as vengeance, and we also murdered the guy's, like, firstborn or something. I think we did, anyway. I'm sure we killed somebody. Whatever. Yes, of course, whatever. He refused to pay our demands because we released him as part of the peace deal, apparently. Which, you know, great. So now what we're doing... About to rage as much as goddamn Flappy Goat. Now all we're doing is just taking Amalfi. Well, you know, beating it up and around a bit. Well, he knows he's losing, so let's reinforce that notion. Oh, we have a lot of money, we should spend it. If we can. Oh man, we may actually be in a position where we don't have the ability to spend money on personal, like on our primary holdings. And that Andex. Andex is almost finished with that, and it can upgrade to a jousting list, so we're going to... Oh god, it's still half a year away. Bagger, we'll keep on keeping on. Duke Gerard of Tuscany has accumulated too much stuff. Where's Tuscany at? Here. Well, he kind of has. Ferrara and Tuscany. Yeah, commendable initiative. I really hope that bandsaw is not going to keep up for too much longer. It's beginning... Well, It is pissing me off. It's not beginning to piss me off, it is pissing me off. Yes, of course, insolent dukes, whatever. Aquitaine. Start our march down. It's actually a really quick march as well. You know what? Alright. Alright. I'm gonna shut windows and crap. So just bear with me as I stand up and am forced to move around my room. Shut windows, shut curtains, make it really goddamn dark in here. So, by attacking Aquitaine, you know, we do piss off his ally in the Byzantine. Or maybe not piss him off, but at the very least, you know, not be nice. And hopefully the Byzantine won't attack us as well, like he won't join in on the fight. He shouldn't. And of course we lose 50 prestige for attacking an ally. Big deal. 50 prestige to us right now? It's not a problem. Did we just get a second Burgundian revolt? Oh no, that's up here. Right. It's a little confusing because you've got the Kingdom of Burgundy. Let me just get that. Yep, the Kingdom of Burgundy. Then you have the Dukedom of Burgundy up here. The Dukedom of Burgundy is actually not part of the Kingdom of Burgundy. Upper Burgundy is, but yeah, it's just weird. I'm not sure if that's historical or if that's de jure drifted at some point. Nice fight. What we're going to do is just run around beating up armies for a bit. Actually, no, we're going to sit on the march. Press the war goal, even if it might be a little bit boring. Count Guntram is now there. Okay. Steward Duke Bartholomew II wants to hire ruffians to bully the peasants who are not paying their taxes. So, we'd get 170 gold, but the peasants in Passau get a 1.5% revolt risk. Or we prevent him from being a dick. We get so much money, so we don't need that. Alright, he called England in. I forgot about England. But yeah, England is one of his guys. And England doesn't particularly like us, but that's all he can really call in. I don't think England had that many men. 19,000, that's actually quite a sizable force. So let's try and finish up this Genoan war real quick. Just in case our Western Front needs reinforcement. Give it up, Genoa. Nope, okay, well, fine. My wife is pregnant. Good. Pregnant with a devil child. Or, well, she's possessed. So, maybe. Now, as before, the primary objective will be to stop Aquitaine and England from joining their armies up. What about now? You lost? Yeah, he says he's lost. Good. 12 days, and he'll accept that defeat. Meanwhile, we send our troops back up here. Or back. Yeah, it's a commendable initiative, except... Oh no. No, that's not the right one. It's this guy that they're talking about. He already doesn't quite like me, so I'm going to say that I will have no part in this scheme, because I do not want him to be a negative opinion. Because we need most of our guys to have positive opinions of us. In order to, you know, change our succession laws. Yes, wonderful. So we got a lot of money out of that, but more importantly, we really ripped apart the Amalfi trade posts. But speaking of money, I'd really like to be able to just upgrade or put things in a queue or something. Oh, geez, Regensburg here could use a church town. Oops. Yeah, we're really waiting on this barracks to upgrade so that we can then upgrade the jousting lists in Andax. Oh, we can always just throw in little upgrades for various places. You know, give some money to the churches. Great. We're back at 1,000. Wonderful. At least shutting the windows and such actually cancels out the noise from that bandsaw. Or whatever it is. I call it a bandsaw, but you know. The cutting implement. So this is going to be a lot of Englishmen. There's 176 galleys there, which means we're looking at, yeah, about that many. Led by Duke Aethelfrith. I'm never sure how to pronounce that AE character, but I think like the Fonz or something. Let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. Okay, well you can stop making that claim right now. Oh, you weren't! Oh right, because that's that guy's not actually in my land. You're trying to kill Littlefinger? Well, you can stop that right now. Excuse me. Does this duchy here actually exist? Let me check it. The Duchy of Anjou. No, that's not it. It was the Duchy of Bourbon, so I doubt it exists. It does exist. It's held by this man here, who is part of Aquitaine. And he holds La Marche and that place. So it'll definitely be a usurping thing when we get to it. But, well, you know, not worried. Duke Otto of Baden is trying to fabricate a claim on Germany. I'm going to imprison him. And the goal of that is that eventually I may try and release him. Because if I release him and then give him money, he'll have a positive opinion, of me, but we'll also be giving a positive opinion bonus to everybody else. Which is good, because if it comes down to it, we're going to have one major issue with this. It's going to be the King of Bohemia here. We can release him, and we get 20 opinion with everybody, including him. We lose the imprisonment issue, which is 30 points. So we basically get 50 more points with him. And then we can... Yeah, okay, so then we can send him a gift and maybe give him a title of some kind. Yeah, we can bribe him. If he doesn't die in prison first. Excuse me. So this is quite a large amount of Englishmen up here. It's about 16,000. So we do want to be cautious of them. But if I can win the fight by, you know, just pressing stuff in Aquitaine, I'll do that. I don't particularly want England to shatter at this point. But we'll get to that next episode. You know, what we're doing with England, what we're doing with everywhere else. It's all coming up. Trust me. Anyway, Norway. Do you have allies? Oops, that's what I want. You have allies that nobody gives a shit about. Good, because... Ooh. Okay, so, pause the game. We have claims on this place and this place here. I think Ostlandet or Headmark is better because then we can take Opland and get, you know, stuff. Whereas this one up here is just a 2-county thing. So let's have a quick look at that. 1,400 troops there, 1,600 there. And now who are we pressing these claims for? One is for a child who already owns 2 counties. The other one is for Count Hans. Yeah, that's actually the one we'll press. Go. The barracks got built in Andex, so we're going to just spend a little bit of money on those jousting lists. Somebody there was trying to fabricate a claim on Holland. Where is it? There it is. So the Duke of Holland already likes me a fair amount. This guy does not. He will not end his plot. So we chuck him in jail. Just like that. So that's another guy we can release for another 10 opinion points. I'm not too sure if those stack. I get the idea they should. But that's just something we'll have to see. If they do, it'll be brilliant. Yes, I'm going to try and ignore these English armies for as long as we can. As we just, you know, press Burgundy. Oh, we got a Carling. Well, what do we do with Carlings? I guess we sell them back for money. Okay. Good. This siege will go nicely. Stop your batshittery. Excuse me. We could imprison the Duke of Bosnia, but we're not going to because he likes us. We're also not going to stop his plot, because I kind of agree with his plot. His plot was to revoke the Duchy of Ferrara, I think. Let's see. Yes, see the Duchy of Ferrara granted to a new ruler. He could do that. 15,000 men. So now there's almost 20,000 or 19,000 men up there. It'll be a big battle if it comes to it. So let's hope that it doesn't come to it. So one thing we do by moving both of these armies down here and starting to siege these border provinces is, if Aquitaine tries to get troops up past us, we should see them. And if we see them, we can attack them and kill them. There we go, so we've taken the war goal. So now we're going to go for the easy stuff. These guys are going to start moving on down though. That's alright, it's not such a big deal. The Pope is upset with what we're doing. Well, how about you have 200 gold and you shut up? He really doesn't like us. Pope. It's very difficult to bribe, not too difficult to bribe him. I really hope that he doesn't count towards the negative opinion thing. Okay, that's a sizable army. They'll be here in 4 days. That's actually an issue. Troop numbers. Yeah, put him in charge. Wow. And the rest of those guys should be fine. Where are they attacking from? Perigord. Okay, we've got a defensive benefit. And it's forest as well. So he's attacking across a river into forest. And I'm sending these guys over to, you know, help out if necessary. They'll get there late. But we'll see. I have a daughter. Amelberger. She's strong. And now we can pick an ambition. I'm going to increase my learning, because we only need 1 point to get there. So, the King of Aquitaine is fighting us. He's not that good. So, it's not such an uneven matchup. They have numbers, but we have quality. So at the very least, we should be able to hold out for these guys to get here, depending on how quick the move from Auvergne is. Oh my god, 20 days? Are you kidding me? Okay, so maybe they won't be able to hold out. We'll just have to see. But it is a very even matchup. It all depends on... okay, we've got him. We've got him. We'll collapse this flank first. Yep. Done. Sorted. Everything is awesome. We lost a lot of men, though. Like, not even going to joke there. We lost a lot of men. Fortunately, we have the income to sustain that. 27 points. Are we going to chase him down? I kind of want to chase him down. We're totally going to chase him down. Okay, apparently we lost the... well, our war up in Norway has been annulled. So we have to move our troops out of there. The guy who had the claim probably died. Now, back to something I was attempting to mention before. The English are taking a massive amount of attrition. Like, they should lose about 6,000 troops due to attrition at some point. Meanwhile, we beat up some more Aquitanians. See, where can we attack into La Marche from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think we can attack into it from anywhere reasonably. That is all right, though, because I will join up. No, I won't. I'm going to send these guys there, and these guys can just hang out in Perigord. For the moment. That is seriously a large amount of troops. We will intercept these fleeing guys. And they're going to try and come down to Limousine. Okay. 29th, 30th, 28th. So in that particular confrontation, we would be the aggressors. So let's say we don't move. Send these guys down to Toulouse. Just to get them out of the way. Oh, they're still going to try and come down. Where are they going to go after that? Auvergne. Auvergne is hills. Auvergne has a river crossing from Limousine. They'll get there on the 21st of July, which might be enough time for these guys to get to Auvergne and help reinforce. After these guys get there. That's fine. Now they've stopped moving. And they've stopped moving because they've realized that it would be a dumb idea. So I'll send these guys around a little bit. I don't want to attack into Limousine myself. But I'll send these guys around a little bit so they can get into a reinforcing position. No, that's fine. These guys are going to try and move up to La Marche. Oh, no they're not. They're going to go down into Toulouse. Glad I caught that, because now we escape with 3 days to go. Oh, now this is a tight battle. I'm considering raising up some other levies to deal with it. Okay, King of Norway. So that's the only place we could take off him now. Bugger it, let's do it. Okay, so we've successfully evaded them. And I'm going to kind of move these guys all the way around like this. Yeah, we're honestly not that far off, you know, winning this war. It's just we have to work out what the fuck to do with these guys. Fortunately, this retinue down here is reinforcing fast. Like it's getting, what, 500, 700 guys back a month. Okay, now, these guys are trying to attack into Auvergne. We can get there in 14 days from Gevaudan. Let's try and head them off, so they should stop attacking. Great. Now we're moving to Ferez. Just see what they do. What these guys up here do what they should. There is a sizable Norwegian army, but it's not sizable enough to threaten anything that I care about. It's not 18,000 men. Okay. So all we're doing is keeping an eye on these guys. They're not taking attrition. Well, they'll be kept at about 18,000 men due to attrition, even though they are reinforcing slightly. And now they're headed to Perigord. That's actually really good. Like, really good for us. And the reason for that is they get out of the way. They get at least 2 provinces away from La Marche. We can take out these 5,000 men. With these guys here if we have to. And we'll see them when they try and come and reinforce, so we can ourselves try and reinforce. Alright, let's move in. We're going to hold off for a couple of days, and the reason why we're doing that is because, again, I'm not too sure how this differs from Europa, but we wanted to attack after the beginning of a new month, because we get soldiers per month. Now, in Europe, you get it on the change of the month exactly. And there's just so many cheesy tactics that you can use in Europa, but we'll get to those when we get to Europa. What we're doing here is we're hoping that we get the extra 703 soldiers turn up just before we make the move. And we just keep an eye out for that goddamn huge English army. New Pope, Pope Paul III died and was replaced by Pope Sabinian. Pope Sabinian does not like us. No more than any non-German would, though. He's also kind of stressed. And a bit of a bastard. And that's actually where our vassal inheritance warning is from. It's telling us, oh, you know, this guy isn't of this guy's dynasty. Cry more. It's alright. Pope's a good fellow. Now, just while I consider this, because we're so close to being able to change our laws, I just want to look at our vassals. Specifically the opinions. The Duke of Baden is in prison. We've got plans for him. The Pope might be an issue. The Duke of Vibetsk needs control of the county of Minsk, which he doesn't have for some reason. Done. Suddenly no issue. Get past the Pope. This guy, the Duke of Pomerania, he does not like us, and he's kind of it. Really? So, Pomerania, where do you exist? Wolgast. We're going to send our Chancellor up to Wolgast. Get him to improve opinion. Alright. Here's our fight. We've won it. We just have to keep an eye out for the English. Because having 20,000 men rock up would not be great. We have another man of a College of Cardinals. That being said, we still only have 2. Whereas the Byzantines have fucking 5. If we really wanted to, we could start wasting money and getting them in, but I still don't think it matters. Like, I've read nothing which say that it matters. It matters in Europa because you get bonuses for being in control of the college, or the curia as they call it. Okay, that apparently did not contribute to the war score, for reasons. So we'll just head up and, head down, sorry, and finish these guys off. Got to be careful, because I think the English army might be in Perigord. And we can't check that because it's under fog of war. It's not. It's somewhere else. We're the only war that the English are involved in. So, I don't know. Give us war score this time. 3 points. Wonderful. Still, we wiped him out, and now we're besieging a nice, easy to take place. And he'll accept that he's lost the war. In 14 days. Okay, so I can send these guys up to Poitiers, and these guys can head on back down this way. Although, did I have reasons to, fuck over Bulgaria? Why, yes I did. So these guys can go to Bulgaria instead. Okay, I think Pisa made a bit of progress up there, but really guys, just get more stuff. I don't want to have to continually embargo places for you. It's irritating to have to do that. And while we offered him peace already, he's going to offer us peace as well. There we go. War's over. Everybody is happy. Except maybe for this guy, because, I'ma fuck him up. Okay, so he won't accept vassalization. 1, because we're not a de jure liege, and 2, because it's a foreign culture. If we got rid of one of those penalties, he might get in on it. The significant one there is foreign culture. So let's have a look. Okay, yeah, so if Charlotte here was German and not Frankish, we'd press her claim, she'd be really happy with us, and, then we'd be like, so, you want to be a vassal? And she might join in on it, who knows? But that won't happen. For reasons. So, what reasons do we have to go to war with the Byzantines? Is it just these de jure things? No, there's a bunch of claims somewhere. This guy's a claim on Benevento. This guy's a claim on Crevici up there. This one also has a claim on Crevici. As does that one. That one has a claim on Kirakin. More claims on Kirakin. One on Mesopotamia. Over here, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Palmyra, Tal Bashir, and then we've got some de jure claims. Byzantine definitely has a lot of men, don't get us wrong there. He has 40,000 men, so more than all of my retinues combined, but not more than, say, my military. Still not something I want to fuck with. Thank you! Oh, it's about time. This happened 3 or so episodes ago when I had the fuck up and it didn't record my voice. So, I'm really glad to see this happen, finally. Crusader Kings! Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and the routes are not safe. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness, Pope Sabinian II has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars. The Crusades. Deus Vult. So, finally, we have the ability to start crusades. Now, this means that this army here is not going to be sitting in Western Europe for much longer. I'm going to send them down here to Ferrara. Because shortly, I believe the Pope is about to declare a crusade for Jerusalem. And while I'd like him not to do that for another 20 minutes or so that, I can outline the plans next episode before we go and deal with that, because Jerusalem is part of the plan. If he does, he does. Anyway, the Knights of St. John. A decree has been issued confirming the formation of a new religious military order. See, because we now have crusades, we now start to form holy orders. The Knights of St. John. The Knights, who have already protected and cared for sick pilgrims in Jerusalem for some time, now have the full weight of the Catholic Church behind them. Pious Catholic rulers may call on their support in wars against heretics and heathens, but they will not fight those of their own faith. Profide pro utilitate? Yep. Profide pro utilitate hominium. So, this guy now owns no land. They can eventually own land, but more importantly, he has 5,000 dudes and 64 boats. Now, you can hire these guys at any time. They cost you piety, not cash, but there is a monthly cash cost. If you're in a defensive war against a member of another religion, not Christianity, then you don't have to pay that monthly cost. You still have to hire them with piety, but, there's no monthly fee. And they will only attack members of other religions, religious groups. If you hire them and because you're in war with a Catholic and you send them over to a Catholic's land, they will do nothing. They'll just sit there. They won't siege, they won't attack armies, nothing. But that's fair enough. The important part is, now, whenever we want it, we have 3,000 heavy infantry, 1,500 heavy cavalry, and 1,000 archers, and 64 boats, which is probably the most important part, the boats. They can also act as independent characters, which is a little odd sometimes, but, it's a thing that happens. And it's not too surprising to see an actual massive realm called the Knights Hospitaller or, the Knights Templar or something like that when they all get up. But having crusades is awesome because there is a trait involved in crusades, which is really cool. It's basically the equivalent of the Mujahideen or jihadist or whatever trait that the Muslims get. And what did I say? Crusade for Jerusalem! His Holiness, Pope Sabinian II, has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Caliph Sadiq II in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. God will grant the pilgrims remission of sins in heaven. Deus Vult. So, the Pope, despite being our vassal, is able to call these wars. You'll notice that we've got a banner over here behind our name. That's special, because crusades are special. Now let me just be quite clear here. Crusades and holy wars are different things. Holy wars are for duchies, like the de jure lands of duchies. Crusades are for the de jure lands of kingdoms. So, if we come down here and look at the Kingdom of Jerusalem, that's what we're declaring, or what he's declared war for, all of that, except for this one province of Acre, because Acre is held by the Byzantines. So, let's go over this. First of all, in that blue lettering, which is really fucking hard to see, you can see what the Crusade's actually for. So it's the Catholic Crusade for Jerusalem. Now, below that, first of all, we get a war view here. Wonderful, it's the basic thing. Below all of that, you can see contribution to the crusade. Pope Sabinian II has 100% with 1 point. Whoever has the highest contribution to the crusade, when the crusade is over, gets the shit. So at the moment, if the Sunni guy, if the Caliph just surrendered straight off the bat, the Pope would get Jerusalem. If we go over there and beat up a bunch of things, but somebody else, like the Byzantines, comes down and does better than us, then the Byzantines will get Jerusalem. Which isn't exactly something I'm, remiss to have happen. It's just I'd prefer to get it myself. So, we offer to join the Pope in his war. It opens up this thing. We have to send him the thing and he'll accept it in time, but he will accept it. In 10 days. So, what we need to do. First, conscript the ships. And then we need to get fleet levies. We need... How many men do we have? We need 135 boats. You know what? There is a massively easier way of doing this. We come up here and we say, raise everything. Now, we have ships fucking everywhere. But all we're going to do, hold down Alt to just select ships, grab them all, move them to there. And then we come up here and start selecting these guys, holding down Alt of course, and saying dismiss all. Make sure we're holding down Alt, because otherwise we select armies. So now, almost all of our fleet, except for one over here for some reason. Okay, get rid of that. You can see almost all of our fleet except for one unit is moving. That means we've got the right selection in, and we can see we have 208 boats raised. That's alright. Oh, and just to utterly secure our victory, by the way. I don't think he's... This guy can join in the war separately. What's the supply limit like down in good old Jerusalem? Okay, so we're talking 16,000 on the shoreline. And, yeah, like 7 inland. So we take the shore first. 18, though. 18. We have an army of 13,000. And we'd be bolstering... You know what? That's good. So we'll hire the mercs. Or, well, the Hospitaller. Reduced monthly cost. That's probably because of the Crusade. And we send them down this way. And they have boats, which have arrived here. Wonderful. So because of that, we have 65 extra boats. So I'm going to get rid of these boats here. And that's almost 65. We lost a few at sea because reasons. But, I don't care. We just need about 200 boats to get these guys home. Okay, so the Pope's agreed. And what we'll be doing is as soon as the boats put them down, we'll be sending the boats back and dismissing them. Because the boats are the only part here... Oh good, this guy's completed his mission. The boats are the only part that are, vassal levies. So they're the only things that we get negative opinion from. Go to that one, Vladimir. You did not go to Vladimir, did you? You went to fucking... No? That counts as you being in Vladimir? Whatever. Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, we want to get rid of those boats as soon as we can, because that's what gives us negative opinion with the vassals. I'm pretty sure that negative opinion still accrues during Crusades. Though there are some weird mechanical things. Now, one thing we're going to do... Now, this may seem stupid, but we're going to take Thomas and replace him with us. We are going to lead an army. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. We're not going to be leading it for long. And I'm hopeful that I can show you guys this before the end of the episode. Don't fabricate claims, it's bad for you. We may also get an opinion bonus for being part of a crusade. No. There was something weird a few patches ago where if you were in a crusade, then you had an opinion bonus, or if you were the target of a religious war, then your vassals had an opinion, or if you were the target of any war, your vassals had a massive opinion bonus against you, or well, for you, to represent that they give you more men when they like you more. So it was a little odd. No monthly cost. Michael is not a great commander. He probably has some guys who are amazing commanders, and yes, he does. But they're not leading his troops. We can't change the leader there because it's a flank which is only mercenaries / holy orders. Okay, so yep, we're getting the warning there for the vassal opinions. That's fine. It's not something I'm terribly concerned about. So the point here is to get the Kaiser to the war goal. Once he's there, I believe that will be good enough, and we can then drop him like a hot sack of potatoes. It's kind of a bizarre analogy, I guess. I think Treviso is probably the best place for these guys to gather up. Come on, move faster. Oh yeah, we're fighting a war up here. I kind of forgot about that. Can we ransom this kid? Yep, we can. Wonderful. Let's just take this war goal and kind of deal with it. Yeah, that's fine. Really, we have a city there. It's weird. We have cities throughout this entire damn place. It's just bizarre. Nope. Okay. Fine. And the leaders of mercenary orders get cool names. Grand Master. Like, yes, that is excellent. And he's actually got 2 baronies. So he's got a barony over here, and he's got a barony down here. I don't care about that. That's wonderful. I have a lot of de jure ducal claims. A lot of them are in, what do you call it? Italy. Almost there, just 10 more days. There we are, so we join these guys up, embark them, grab the boat, bring it over here to the Sea of Palestine. The Pope's got a large army. Well, I guess most of it's Benevento. You can also check who else is actually in the war. You can see the Duke of Benevento is currently leading the contribution. We should change that fairly shortly. And yeah, it's very quick to get our guys over there. But anyway, yeah, after we get our guys over there, we're sending the galleys back and dismissing them. We'll actually send them to this place here because that counts as friendly territory. And it's quicker. And then when this army's done, we will literally just march them back. Back through Constantinople. It won't be a big problem for us. Almost there. And yeah, we'll probably be doing a land assault on this place here because these guys are besieging... what's that? Ascalon. We are getting close to the end of the episode, so I'm just hoping that we can get this thing happen. So let's make our landing. And hopefully we don't die in the landing, because that would be really fucking awkward. Come on. Right. Well, I'll definitely send the boats back. But we're just going to sit here for a little bit. Jerusalem has measles, so that's kind of an issue. We don't want to catch disease while we're in the Holy Land. So we'll just sit here. We're not going to attack the place, because that gives, you know, a chance of a guy dying. But we're going to sit here and monitor him. Not sure if we have to get into Jerusalem itself. Ah, no, excellent. I finally stand before the destination of the crusade. With sword in hand, I am ready to storm the walls of Arsuf. Our armies now stand poised to take part in the crusade for the kingdom of Jerusalem. Deus Vult. We have gained the Crusader trait. +2 martial. +25 opinion from every member of the Christian clergy. Well, Catholic clergy. +30 from anybody else with the Crusader trait. Everybody in this army should have that trait. And now what we do is we sub ourselves out of the leadership. We're back in Munchen. We have the Crusader trait. It doesn't go away. So, yeah. An easy 2 points of martial and some epic opinion boosts. How you like me now, Pope? Pope loves us. Absolutely loves us. 1, he's a crusader. 2, we're crusading. 3, the church loves crusaders. And 4, we joined his war. Yeah. There's not too many people who don't like us now. Amazing. Unfortunately, this place just got diseased, so we're going to fuck off to Sir. I don't want to actually lose troops. They all reinforce because mercenaries reinforce as well, and that's technically what a holy order is. We're only going to take a monthly cost when they're reinforcing, I think. I'm not quite certain about it. And when we actually start taking places, we'll see our war contribution stack up a lot. Okay. Unfortunately, most of these places are very well defended, except for this one up here in Beirut. So we'll head up there, we'll beat it up, and then we'll call that the end of the episode, I feel. Because it is getting on that time. Wonderful. We're getting close. We really need to get that contribution up. I don't think the Byzantine's involved. No, he isn't, so he's just kind of fucking around. Doing his own thing. Which, you know, that's fair enough. And as we take holdings, we increase our supply limit in the place. Because held holdings, you can see that controlled holdings gives you a percentage modifier. Still not there. A son was born to some people. Come on. And it's only the Caliph who is fighting at this moment, so only the Abbasids. The Chulanids could join in, as could anybody else out here, like the Duchy of Medina. No, that's held by Catholics. Okay. The Hashemids could join in, the Shahrazids could join in, that sort of thing. The Syrians could even join in. Like, if the entire Muslim world comes up against us, then we have a bit of an issue, but until then, we don't. Another place converted. Great, we're capturing people, pulling them out of their holes, ransoming them back. The Duke of Baden wants mercy. I'm going to put him in the oblette. Maybe he'll die. Yemen. Victory. Oh, right, yes, and we're up here. Oh, we're going to finish this place off, go up there and beat up this army, but we'll probably have to handle that next episode because it will take us a month to get there. And these guys just sieging down there. You can see how our contribution has ratcheted up really fast. And every moment that we're even in Jerusalem, it increases. But, unfortunately, we're going to have to call that an end of the episode. Let me just get rid of that. Send those guys up there. So, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you would like to, well, no, sorry, if you'd liked this video, well, go ahead and like it again, you know, officially, down there. And if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, please hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub, you've been yourselves. Later.